Well. I see you took my advice, but you'll still need to keep what was given to you, as the scenes of horror grow even more unimaginable. Prince and Freddy will continue to be your tour guides on this carousel of hell, only as long as you keep your nightlight close by to keep the black-eyed children at bay, the poltergeist calm, and the night crawlers hidden. Hit the lights and sit back as we welcome you to Nightlight, a horror movie podcast.
I'm Prince, also known as At Night.
And I'm Freddy, also known as Nighty Night.
And this is Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. I have a special guest. But it's only because she is a hound. But this is my dog, Dottie. If you're not watching the video podcast right now, you're missing some prime beagle action right here. She's just a beagle. She's very cute, though. And on top of that, she was saved from Ridgeland Farms, which, fuck that place. I'm glad you no longer exist. But yeah, it's my dog.
Oh, yeah.
But she's still a baby, kind of, ish. She's touched grass for the first time about a month and a half ago. So, like, she's still learning how to potty train herself and all that great stuff. So I need to kind of watch her a little bit more. So she's going to be hanging out for this episode. So she is a hound. So she may howl. She may whine a lot because she also doesn't want to be in here right now. But I need to keep an eye on her. So there's that. There's that disclaimer there for everybody. If you hear a hound dog, I'm going to put her down because I don't want her to fall. But yeah, brand new month. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Brand new month. Got to recompose myself to get ready to talk about movies. But brand new month. Looking very forward to this month. But this month is known as the last summer. Very, very excited. Also known as our End of Innocence Horror Month. This is going to be all the horror movies that are surrounding about the innocence that is taken or ripped away from our teenage youth.
Relatable.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, you know how we feel about teenagers. So there you go. So this is going to be a great month. I feel like a teenager would, like, kick my ass. But it's just... some of them are big, dude. Some of them are some big-ass teenagers. I'm just like, what the fuck are they feeding these guys? The GMOs and fucking organic fruit that has, I don't know, that disease that's causing people to have diarrhea.
They're, like, super ripped. They all have six-packs.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, what are you doing? Oh, it's the cytocolossus, you know. That's what it is this time around. But anyway, the film that we're going to be talking about is going to be none other than Cherry Falls, one that's been on my list for a hot minute. It's one that I've been wanting to watch for a very, very long time. Never had the opportunity to watch it, but finally was just like, cool, it's on our list. Now we kind of have to watch it. We have no choice. So that's always fun. Oh, no EVPs this week. If you would like to also voice your opinion on the show, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod, that's night with a K, and learn more about that. We would love to hear your voice on the show, talking about the movies that we're talking about, and you can do so by doing that. I want that to happen. Do it.
We'd love to hear your voice.
We'd love to hear your voice. But absolutely love to hear your voice. But it's available to you if you would like to go ahead and do that. We would love to hear from you. But first and foremost, Freddie, thoughts?
Yes. Okay. So just like you, I feel like this has been on my watch list for a very long time, just because I've heard about this movie by name, and I know this has like a little cult following.
That it does.
And I do know that it was a slasher going in. That's the only thing I knew. Didn't really look at the poster. I kind of didn't even read the synopsis. Didn't watch the trailer. So went in completely blind. And it was very interesting going in blind, not knowing what this movie really is about. It's kind of funny because it takes itself very serious at moments, and it doesn't take itself serious at all at some moments, where I'm like, am I getting trolled right now by this movie? It's like, what are you? And I was just questioning him. I was like, what are you trying to do here? And what it was trying to do is a lot, but a lot of it worked for me. I actually really love this movie.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna nip it in the bud right now. I do too.
It's one of those things where I'm just like, it makes no sense and makes all the sense all at the same time. I was like, this is all like plotted, and I kind of love that. Where I like my
the ending was trash, but I very much was like, yeah, this movie's so stupid and I love it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
It's like you could tell they are big fans of the horror genre and they play on the tropes a lot. Even just the main plot of the movie itself is like, oh yeah, if you're a virgin in horror films, you'll survive. Where this is like, if you're a virgin in this horror film, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die. Yeah.
And it has an obsession of like losing your virginity in high school and all the different types of things that, you know, what made high school, and kind of relatable in some type of way, but also kind of making fun of it. So it's like a coming of age story, a slasher, a comedy, satirical, but never goes full spoof, which is kind of great, which I'm happy they don't go all the way with it, or else it'd be like a scary movie, which those movies are its own little thing. But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was definitely moments where like I questioned it. I'm just like, what am I watching? But at the same time, I love what I'm watching, if that makes sense. It's great to see Brittany Murphy, too.
It was awesome to see Brittany Murphy.
She's great. And I didn't even recognize her in the beginning, too. I'm like, I recognize you from somewhere. But she's so embodied in this character and really lives a whole different personality within this character as well. Where I'm just like, yeah, sure, yeah, I'm in. We'll have
she was actually really good in this too. Like I felt like she played the role the best of her ability, and she did a really good job. Yeah, this was by Jeffrey Wright. He was an Australian director. He doesn't do anything anymore. He made a movie called Romper Stomper, and then he came back in 2018 to make a TV show for Australia of the same name. But he's only known for 4 features, I should say, and then 1 short film. One called Loverboy, Romper Stomper in 1992, which was about like neo-Nazis, Metal Skin in 1994, Cherry Falls in 1999, and then Macbeth in 2006. And that was his last known film that he's written and directed. So pretty cool. He did not write Cherry Falls. This was actually written by Ken Selden. I don't really know what he's known for, but he wrote a couple of things, it looks like. So White Lies and Cruel Justice were the 2 main things that he's kind of written. So cool. Really fun. Right now he is a professor at Portland State University, PSU. So that's pretty cool, actually. Real cool. He's been a professor since 2006 there. I don't know if that's even the same person or not, but I'm just going to pretend that it is.
So someone that shares the same name.
It's just a random guy.
Never directed a movie in my life.
Never wrote a movie in his life. And he's a professor. So I don't know if it's the same person, but we're going to pretend.
Like, I don't write scripts, but I write syllabuses. I'm like, okay.
Syllabi. Yeah.
Oh my.
So I'm right there with you though, man. I love this movie. I think this movie is so dumb.
Yeah, in the best way possible.
In the best way possible. Like you said, like there's moments where it teetered to being very, very nuts. Like in terms of just like in terms of like the kills, and because like some of the kills were pretty brutal, suggestive. Like they were some pretty intense kills. We got a little bit of everything sprinkled in this movie, so I'm going to give some trigger warnings right now. We got rape. We have sexual assault. We also have sexual assault of minors. We even have some oddly very weird forays into incest. It's very weird.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird things that happen in this movie, but so trigger warnings all around. Trolled.
Yeah. No, this movie has truly a lot happening. Yeah. No,
there's a lot going on.
Trigger warning for this because there's a lot that's not okay.
There's a lot that's not okay. I mean, I feel like I was going to say trigger warning for teen sex, but I'm just like, what am I, in the fucking 1980s? We've been having this for forever in movies. Literally a whole show based off teen sex euphoria. Yeah. But you ready to jump into this, man?
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do this. Cherry Falls, directed by Jeffrey Wright, released May 12th, 1999, with a runtime of 1 hour and 34 minutes, a budget of $14 million.
Damn.
I don't know how true that is, because that budget is insane, but it's there. No box office found, and a rating of 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. We open to a couple making out while this dude Rod is being a fucking dweeb, calling himself a space alien just to have sex. Stacy is feeling the kisses, but not the touching below the belt. Scratching him off, leaving out of his car, like full on scratched him off, and I was like, "You go, girl, you go." Like the epitome of no means no. And that I felt that scratch. I was just like, yes,
it was visceral. It was good, and I was happy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I was just like, well deserved. But
yeah,
I hate what happens next, where I'm just like, what are we doing here? He calls out that he wants his first time to be with her, and she agrees. And just like that, she's making him back out in the car again. And I was like, wait, why did we include that? like I wanted her to be like standing her ground. All right, I guess that's what Jeffrey wanted. They don't notice the car watching them until it pulls up behind them. Rod steps out, thinking that it's his friends as the car lies idle. He approaches the driver's side, not fully knowing who the long-haired person is. He receives a door to the face and multiple stabs in the back, leaving Stacy crying and locking the doors. Rod is still alive as he weakly cries for her. She unlocks the door as she briefly hesitates, inviting Rod and the killer inside as the person finishes him off. Stacy rushes out of the door, but the killer stops her, holding her against a tree, toying with her before kissing her. When you find out like what's kind of really going on here, gross, like extremely gross.
Absolutely.
It's just like the assumption here is that this person, I don't want to give it away right now, but this person definitely was kissing all these kids. This adult.
Yeah. Which completely disgusting.
Like what are we doing?
This is a crazy opening for a film, to be honest. It's a very strong opening. I think it's very brutal. It kind of does that cold open that most horror films kind of do. But again, it kind of plays on a lot of the tropes where I found it really funny immediately, where he's at the side of the door. He's like, hey, let me in. I'm dying. Not like verbatim with words, but like she just questions it. And the editing too is just like she's looking at the lock, looking back at the window, and then just hearing the voice every like 5 to 10 seconds. It's just like, yeah, still here, still alive. Basically, without them saying this, essentially, with other scripted stuff. And I'm just like, she's going to open the door eventually, and then that is part of her demise. But again, it's already tongue-in-cheek already, where it's like, this is the type of comedy that we're going to do. Is like, we're going to hold the scene a little too long to kind of play on the trope of like, yeah, you should not open the door, but this character is going to still make the dumb decision, even thinking about it for way too long, which is kind of, hilarious. Which kind of felt off-putting at first, not knowing the tone of this movie, where I'm just like, this is a weirdly long scene. But then seeing the rest of the movie, I'm like, it makes sense that they did this. Yeah.
It is a very awkward long scene for sure, because she does like legit she's hesitating for like 10 seconds and you hear this dude like scream. Probably longer.
Every like 5 seconds screaming, he like gets quiet for hella long and then he starts screaming again and he gets quiet for hella long and then starts screaming again. I'm just like, I get it.
Definitely a little bit of cheese for sure in this movie. Still fun though.
For sure. No, I love it.
This opener is great. I think this opener is fantastic. It really gives us a way of understanding what we're going to probably experience throughout this movie, which I think is really, really fun. Yeah. But after we go straight to this title card of Cherry Falls and the great cold opening, you get a lot of remnants here in terms of like certain different movies. And I like what you said earlier of like, you can tell the person who made this is a horror fan.
Oh, for sure.
Because you're getting a lot of like tropes and all that great stuff, which is really great. It's nice because like you're getting some a little bit of Scream in here. You're getting a little bit of Last House on the Left vibes. It's like you're getting a lot of different tones here. And later you get Psycho and all this. It gets really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. But we cut to Jody and Kenny making out in this car. A lot of making out in this movie. So like, prepare yourself. We cut to Jody and Kenny making out in his car as she reminds him that she was supposed to be home by now. He starts kissing her on the stomach before she stops him. Because of that, he wants to break up with her since she's not ready to have sex yet.
So abrupt. It's like, I think we should break up. I think we should see other people.
Yeah, he was like, we should see other people.
She's like, what?
She's like, what?
What do you mean?
Like, what?
I hate this dude. This dude is so cringy.
It's so cringe.
It's your decision. What he says later, I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like,
what are you talking about, dude? You're literally trying to coerce her to have sex with you. And if not, you're giving her an ultimatum of like, you either fuck me or we're breaking up.
Right.
Huh? What?
Piece of shit.
Okay. But her mom, Marge, knocks on the window, greeting them before asking Kenny for a cigarette. Also weird, first of all. Secondly, they start flirting with each other.
Hard.
While
Super
she's in the car.
Flirting. Yeah.
Like, it
super obvious,
it was just
not
like,
hiding it, like not subtle. And this is where I start like realizing what this movie is. And I was at the beginning, I was just like, this movie's trolling me. I don't know if it's just like bad because it's bad, or it's good because they intentionally made it bad, or they intentionally made this awkward. And then the whole movie, I'm just like, okay, you intentionally made this movie.
You intentionally made these awkward moments.
Where I'm just like, this is a weird moment.
It is a very weird moment. There's other weird things that happens in this movie as well.
Yes.
Not weird in the context of like, I'll
awkward.
Yeah, it gets awkward. Yeah,
just awkward moments.
He starts flirting with his girlfriend's mother before getting out of his car, slamming his car door. Or she gets out of his car. Jody does, and
before she slams it, he's like quickly just says like, "Don't slam the door!
Don't slam my door!"
Damn it!
And he's like,
he slammed it. I was just like, "Damn, this movie is funny. It's funny."
Yeah. Jody wonders if her father Brent is awake. Marge looks out the window to see that the lights are still off, and she's like, "The coast is clear." And I'm just like, "What were you doing before this? You obviously were sneaking around as well. Like, what were you doing?" She kisses her mom goodnight, agreeing to enter the house quietly. And this is like your kind of like one of your second awkward moments in this movie. Now, this isn't awkward per se in terms of like apparent, but it's just you don't see it often. They kiss each other on the lips.
In a very intentional way too, though. Like it was meant to be awkward.
Yeah, like it was it was meant for you as an audience member to be like, wait, what? Did I just see that correctly?
Right.
It wasn't like a peck. It was connection. Like it was connection and release. Connection and release. It wasn't like this. It was like
not a peck.
Like, it was very, very intentional in terms of what they were trying to perceive in this moment. And it's not the first time they do it. They kiss multiple times in this movie. It was definitely a director's decision. It had to have been.
This movie is super horny throughout the entire runtime.
Throughout
the entire runtime, in the most awkward moments of time too, where I'm just like, wait, did you just try to bite his finger right there? I'm like mind blown that like they sneak these little sprinkles of horniness.
They sprinkle it in
out of nowhere, and I'm just like,
sprinkle it in.
Yeah, that's
it definitely is. It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. I feel like Jeffrey Wright wanted to actually make a porn. And he just got stuck making a feature instead.
I see it as social commentary how these horror films portray sexuality, where it's like it's the cool thing to do, like you should lose your virginity.
Sure.
Focus on it, where it's just like I'm not shying away from it. The movie's like, oh yeah, it's like if a horror film you must show tits, like that type of like social commentary.
Which we actually don't get that much nudity in this movie. Surprisingly, we do get a scene of nudity, but it isn't as unpleasant, I guess, in the way that we're describing this film.
If it wasn't for the gory kills in this movie, this could have easily gotten away with maybe PG-13, because it's not like too crazy, but the kills definitely are gory for sure.
And even then, we don't really get to see a lot of them. A lot of them are off-screen kills. It's very much the aftermath. But I would say this is like in the same vein of like Cry_Wolf.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I would feel like it's like the same vein as that.
It reminds me of Malignant.
I figured you were gonna say that. Yeah. And it's mainly based off of how the person's dressed.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. When Jody gets into her room, Brent is waiting for her, reminding her about the time before grounding her. Around 3 a.m, Brent answers a call for some sheriff work. Jody sleepwalks toward her window before slightly waking up. What? This is the first and only time she does this.
Yeah.
She like sleepwalks and she's like looking out the window, or rather not, her eyes are closed like mine. And she's like, Daddy? And then she like slightly opens her eyes, and then it cuts to him in the morning time checking out the crime scene. I'm like, how far was this place? First of all.
Yeah.
Like, how far was this place? But in the morning, Brent makes it to the last night crime scene, where Deputy Mina gives him the rundown of what she found, taking him toward the waterfall to show where she found Rod face down in the water with a ton of stab wounds, and Stacy nailed to a tree, confirming that she was tortured and emptied of her blood while alive. Brutal. The way that she's strung up is pretty intense as well. So it's man. It's like, Australia, are you okay? Like,
who warned you guys?
Like, what is going on?
Death in movies. But the visual of like Dom describing it and then kind of like doing a quick cut to it, and then you see like,
exactly.
Yeah, it was pretty effective. It was pretty good.
Pretty effective for sure. Jody gets to school. Her friend Timmy tells her what happened to Rod and Stacy, wanting her to get more details from her dad so he can write about it in the school paper. We don't get a lot of breath with these particular characters. I feel like the reason why I say we don't get a lot of breath with them is because we don't get a lot of time to care about these characters.
Right.
And like Timmy, we're introduced with him for the first time. Then the second time we're introduced with him, it's literally, that's it. Like, so it's just, we don't get a lot of time to spend with these characters. And I think that's the point though. Like or I think it doesn't fault the movie too much just because of the way the movie plays out. If this movie took itself a lot more serious, I think that would have been the detriment of this film.
Sure. Yeah.
Because we have a decent body count in this movie.
And that's the reason why they're there, is for the body count, to be honest.
Right, for the body count.
It's like, look at this like fun character all of a sudden. It's like, well, they're just meant for, dying.
Yeah. We do get a party massacre scene, though, which is
which was wild.
Pretty hard.
But I can't wait to talk about it. I was just like, fuck, that reminds me of the bus scene in the new Chainsaw.
He checks the chainsaw.
I was like, what? That was nuts. That was pretty crazy.
It was pretty insane.
I was just like, what the fuck?
I would love for James to do a kill count on this movie if he hasn't already. Because I feel like this would be so hard for him to tally up.
Oh, I'm sure. Sorry,
she doesn't understand
number 5.
Exactly. Yeah. Like this would be so hard for him to tally up, and for that whole party scene alone, like we get a lot of slashing, but we don't get a lot of confirmations of did people die or not. She doesn't understand what he's talking about before he points out everyone's somber mood, turning her head in the direction of Kenny consoling Sharon on the trunk of his car. Timmy kisses her on the cheek before heading inside. Timmy, by the way, is gay. I think that's supposed to be like a very clear indicator of like, oh, like, okay, yeah, Timmy is gay based off of the way that he dresses and all this. So, yeah, a little bit more flamboyant. Brent meets up with Principal Tom, wanting to interview some of the kids in class. Cuts to Jody's teacher, Leonard, trying his best to console his class and their possible guilt. One student feels terrible about telling Rod to fuck off and die in the 8th grade. Mark and Ben are trying to stifle their laughter before Leonard tells them to knock it off, asking Mark if he would like to say anything about the loss of his friend. He has nothing to say, so he asks Sandy how she feels instead. She's spaced out, making fuck me eyes to Mark. She responds that she's thankful that there's a heaven.
Just the conversation.
What is this?
So funny. It's so
my God.
First off, completely inappropriate to ask your students, like, let's talk about the dead student.
Let's talk about the death of one of your classmates.
The girl was so funny.
Have you ever had someone die in your school?
Not in high school, but in college, yes. So it was never like this type of situation in high school. Yeah.
Yeah. I did have it in middle school. This kid got a cramp in a pool and he died. And they had this whole vigil and stuff like that. We didn't have anything quite like this, but we did have like counselors, like additional counselors on campus to talk about it.
Yeah.
I did, though, in this poor kid in high school, there's this kid who was just the most unluckiest kid ever. So I shouldn't be laughing because it is fucked up. He's alive, but this kid in he's alive. Let's open with that. Let's open with that. He's alive, but like this kid. Great. I'm glad he's still here. But like this kid got hit by a car from a teacher who wasn't paying attention. I think she was like trying to grab something out of her purse and she hit him in the parking lot. Fucked him up pretty bad. He broke his legs, so he was out of school for a little bit. He comes back to school, not even a month after he gets back. He gets stabbed by a random person in front of the school for a gang initiation. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I felt so bad for this. I know his name, but I'm not going to name him. But I felt so bad for that kid. Man, hopefully he's all right. But he was alive after high school. But like, hopefully he's all right still. Jesus fucking Christ, what a series of events. But this kind of reminded me of that moment where it reminded me of like, oh, I remember when I also had situations, not like this, where someone was killed, but where someone died and we had counselors on campus and stuff like that, but yeah. Cindy blurts out that it's lame, wanting the killer to die in the electric chair. The class all whoop and cheer before Leonard turns his attention toward Ben. He starts fucking around, wanting to know if the killer defiled or removed any sexual parts.
Who asked this? Crazy.
Everyone is disgusted with his response, rightfully so. Cindy calls him out on his shit, and he starts to degrade her sexual experiences while also admitting to being attracted to her experience. Leonard shuts him up by wrapping Ben's scarf around his mouth. We also get them later at the party, so those two have their, I guess, connection, if you will. Leonard shuts him up by wrapping Ben's scarf around his mouth. He calls on Jody to say something, but before she can, her dad walks into the room with Tom. And he like points her out specifically a lot, and he has these moments with her quite a bit, but it gets interesting. He speaks to the class to tell them what happened, wanting those who have any info to speak to him. Leonard wonders if anyone there is a suspect and if he can share additional details regarding the investigation. There aren't, and he won't. But here's a fun little awkward lunch scene. During lunch, Sandy and Jody are watching Kenny being extra touchy with Sharon. Jody wonders if she goes all the way, but Sandy doubts it. She's too busy looking at Ben eat his chips like a fucking animal, and Ben is throwing food at another table. Jody forces Sandy over to their table because she finds her friend to be pretty pathetic, constantly watching him eat without saying anything. This dude is gross. And it's just like, I guess,
close to the table eating his like chips.
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
Like, I don't even think he's like one of those kids who definitely would Naruto run in high school. Like he was that kind. Like,
I don't even give him that much energy, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know though. Like he seems like the kind of dude, like, I don't know if you've ever had the kids in high school who would run to lunch, like run to get food. Sure. And like, it's
Cookie Tuesday, whatever. And they'll
exactly. Yeah. It's just like, oh, Taco Tuesday, gotta make it over there. Like it's interesting when we kind of have this particular character. Because they play like a caricature of like what it means to be in high school, I guess. Right. And it feels like it feels a little phony.
Yeah.
Right. They aren't talking to each other before a fight breaks out between Annette and Dylan. She's pissed that he's spreading rumors about her giving him a blowjob. Meanwhile, the killer is preparing their weapons for the next victim. Annette's parents leave for the night, and the killer knocks on the door, calling herself Laura Lee Sherman, asking for Annette's mom. She's nervous as the woman asks to leave a note. As soon as she opens the door, she grabs Annette, repeatedly slamming her head into the door. This was brutal, though.
This was really brutal.
This was brutal.
I expected like her to die, obviously, because I was just like, you open the door, you're done. But it was kind of funny too to see the killer just like, all right, I'm outside, let me in. It's like it's the scenes you don't see
I'm
in
a friend
horror
of your
films.
mother's.
It's like in horror films, like you hear the knock on the door and then there's no one there. It's like no
one
I'm just,
there. Yeah,
this is a very realistic take. Because like, I guess I have to wait for you to open the door so I can kill you now. But the kill itself, brutal as hell too.
Very brutal.
Yeah, she really came knocking at her door. Crazy.
That she did. So this is interesting though, because like we get a few different contextual things here, right? With the way that the killer interacts with the victims, it almost seems very clear of like there is a motive behind it.
Right.
And this was before we had the aspect of like knowing that like, oh, they're trying to off virgins or whatever, right? With that, like we had a very interesting, I guess, outlook on like what this person is actually trying to achieve here based off of choosing Annette. Because we don't know why Annette was even chosen. We don't know who Annette is. We don't even know who Annette's parents are. Like, we don't know these people.
Right.
And I think that makes it really hard for what the aftermath of us finding out, like, the reasoning
like,
as to, like, well, why did you do this to all these other kids?
Right? That has nothing to do with it.
Like what? Like, I'm confused. It gives us some interesting lack thereof context. I said it gives us context, but it gives us a very lackluster context as to why they're doing what they're doing. It would be different if it was like, oh, these are the parents of of these kids that I'm trying to take away, which we do get later, I guess, but I don't know. For us to stop beating around the bush, I think, because like I feel like we're stepping in on like territory of like getting it spoiled anyway. So to not beat around the bush, the teacher is the killer. There's some interesting moments within the aspects that he does with his behavior that is clear throughout the entire movie when you think about it retrospectively.
Right.
It's probably the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the first one in just a moment here, because I think it's very, very clear based off of his obsession.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Agreed.
Her parents are drunk as they return home, not tripping until they realize the door is wide open. Once again, the parents are horny as shit. They're ready to get it on. They're fucking making out and shit on the stairs. It's crazy. They shriek as they find their daughter somewhere strung and tied above them. I guess she was tied on the chandelier or a fan?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Really reminded me of the Drew Barrymore opening cold scene of Scream.
Yeah.
Almost beat by beat too. So it's like, intruder comes in, kills someone's daughter. The parents come in and find the body strung up, and it's like, it's horrific. They sell it with her scream. I'll give her that.
They do. They definitely do.
But yeah, it's a little cliche, but it's still effective. So it was a well crafted scene. Yeah, you felt like, damn, it's like that is your daughter. That's
It's just a brutal way to go. Such a brutal way to go. Like, oh my god.
And this movie doesn't hold back on its kills for sure.
Definitely doesn't. And it reminds me a little bit of Strange Harvest, like the way that like the killer sticks around for a long period of time to do all these elaborate things, and it's just, man, wow. Jody is practicing some self-defense exercises with her dad before he gets a call about Annette. Due to the serial killer's actions, the FBI is now involved. The coroner tells Brent and Mina that they discovered that the victims are all virgins. The word virgin is carved on the bodies of their victims, and the coroner, finding that their killer has been accurate based on their research. They checked pretty much everybody to make sure that if there's like any sexual assault or anything like that after the fact as well. So yeah, and the coroner couldn't find any. It was also interesting too, because like I was thinking about this. I was like, well, how do you know that for the guy? Because like for a woman, obviously their hymen will be disrupted. But for a guy, like, we don't really have any clear indicators of that. But like he had an answer for it. He was like, the assumption is true based off of blah blah blah, and that he didn't do any penetration or whatever while they were in the car. So yeah, but Brent gets back home, waking Jody up to ask her if she's been having sex with Kenny. I'm just like, this couldn't wait till the morning. You had to wake your daughter up for this.
Well, this whole scene is again very awkward and just weird too.
So, okay, I didn't even mention this earlier as well, but like the scene, even when they're doing the self-defense, is so weird. So weird.
They made it falls on top of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he falls on top of her
and they stay for a moment looking at each other in the eyes. And it's just like,
right.
What the fuck is going on here? Where are we going with this movie?
To take away that thought because it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
We do get to see
the thought comes back in just a second.
That's true too. That's fair. This movie, horny and plays on incest, which is weird. That move that she does with her dad to do the self-defense, we do see that move later on in the movie. And I was like, cool. That's kind of cool. And I like that.
Fun little callback.
Point that out once we get to that point. But yes, let's go back to the weird daughter.
Let's go back to the uncomfortableness for just a second here. She's uncomfortable with his question, but he wants her to go further with him.
What? What do you mean by that?
Excuse me? She's like, she's like, Daddy, are you mad that I haven't had sex with him? He's like, baby, no.
No, that's great.
I'm just telling you, you can. Like okay. Okay. Where are we going with this, my friends? Where are we going? I just don't know. But let's continue. Since they broke up, she shows almost a look of hopelessness for his daughter, but she worries that he's disappointed. And I even put here, like, these scenes are extremely weird because, like, he's saying things like, you're still my baby girl and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, it's just a little weird in terms of, like,
even starts
the way he's saying it.
You know, I wouldn't ask this if it wasn't important to me. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's weird. So weird, dude. It's so weird. This is the aspects of, like, the more on the incestual stuff that we were mentioning. Like, even the stuff with the mom. Like, that is very incestuous.
Oh, every time they're in the room, she's all over, like, touching her face, touching her arms. I'm just like...
And they do, like, kissy faces to one another and stuff like that. And it's just, it's a lot. While chatting with his partner, Brent feels as if this is a message from the killer. He instructs her to set up an emergency town meeting for tonight. Cut to Jody turning in her paper to Leonard. She talks about how much she likes T.S. Eliot's work, reciting a line from the Hollow Men poem. Leonard joins in to complete it with her. With tears in her eyes, she wonders if that's how it's between people. He brings up her breakup. She's offended, not understanding what that has to do with her question. He immediately apologizes, and she lightens up a bit, returning the apology. She looks off toward the door, pointing out that she saw someone standing there. About to check it out, Leonard stops her so they can check out who might have been there. Nobody is there. As they go inside the lunchroom, he calls out for them to come out, finding a cigarette butt on the ground, tossing it at a shoe with a diamond painted on it that he doesn't notice as he nervously returns to Jody. She wants to meet with him again, just the two of them. He reluctantly agrees, wanting her to run home. So we get a very interesting canter with his personality here. He knows, obviously, like, I'm the wolf, right? Like, I know, like, I'm doing this to get her trust in me and get the sweat off my back a little bit. Even though no one's suspecting him to begin with, it feels very much like retrospectively thinking of, like, okay, I'm doing this just because, like, I can.
Or he's generally curious, like, wait, who the fuck was that?
Yeah, who is snooping on us? Yeah.
Like, I'm the one. I think
it's a little bit of both, for sure.
You get your own territory.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this high school's mine. It's like fucking weird to say, but yeah.
Tom doesn't want Brent to mention the situation about the virgins, nervous about having a fuck fest on their hands, but Brent doesn't give a fuck, wanted to ensure the safety of his town. While Jody is trying to sneak and listen in on the meeting, she's startled by Timmy, who's trying to get the main scoop. Brent shares the news about the victims being virgins. The stadium of parents heckle and cry out, not understanding what he's suggesting that they do. One of the parents jokes about someone's daughter being ugly, which causes a all-out brawl between everyone.
Everyone
what is going
starts
on
fighting,
here?
Which
This is so ridiculous.
At this point, obviously, I'm bought into the tone of the movie, so it's not surprising, but still surprising, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're just like, I'm not surprised you guys went here, but I'm surprised that you guys went here. Type of deal. It's like there's moments where I kind of like looked around my room, it's like, is this a real movie I'm watching right now? And I'm like, yeah, it is, and that's kind of cool. This movie should not exist, but it does, and that's kind of brilliant. It's like this is a real thing that's happening right now. They just literally start fighting each other. Even the person that didn't get hit does the first swing. I'm just like, I know, we're even involved. What?
It is absolutely ridiculous,
it's
but
so funny.
It's something
and I
else.
love like her friend is just like, this is the best scoop ever. Give me your fucking phone.
Yeah, he's like taking pictures. I need to
call my editor. It's like, I got the scoop for you. This is
so
over
good.
the top, which is so good. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Timmy is straight up stoked that this is going on, and like them finding out even like, oh, they're killing virgins or this whole other stuff. Like it's just
headlines, virgins die.
Yeah, he's like he's so stoked. But yeah, Timmy is stoked about this, frantically trying to take pictures while using Jody's phone. He immediately calls Elway, his editor, to share what's going on. Jody realizes that Timmy is no longer in the hallway, whispering for him to return her cell phone while tracing his steps downstairs. As she descends the steps, she calls out to him, but receives no answer. Forced to search further into the dark corridors of the locker room, checking each shower, pausing on one before hearing a cell phone ring. She opens a locker with Virgin carved on the top to a dead Timmy dropping out. She screams as she runs to another door that the killer is behind. Jody makes a run for it down the hallway. The killer chases after her quite impressively since they're wearing boot pumps. Yo, Leonard can run in some pumps, my dude. That's all I know. They slam her head into a locker, knocking her out. And the killer drags Jody into the science class, about to carve Virgin into her thigh, but she wakes up. Kicking the killer off of her, running and throwing every single damn beaker and vase at this fucker. She hilariously cuts the large shark model with what? I don't even know what that was with.
I don't even know. Yeah.
It looked like a ruler. Like I don't know what. Yeah, and it like smacks the killer.
It's like a battering ram.
So funny. It truly is. It's so ridiculous, so funny.
Yeah.
And then Jody makes a run for it,
reference.
running into her dad, telling him where the person is and that they killed Timmy. And Brent rushes to the science room, but not finding him. This is great.
He looks out the window.
This is
so
much fun.
Or footsteps. I mean.
Oh yeah, you hear the descending footsteps out the window.
It's like, damn, missed him. But they're like on the second story too, or third story. Like they're pretty high up. I'm just like,
they're pretty high
up
there. Yeah, they're pretty high up there. They're somewhere above for sure. The following day, Jody gives a physical description of who she believes she saw. Mina wonders if Brent knows who they are. Without really looking up, he shakes his head. Everyone turns their attention to some dude claiming to be the killer, which.
Such a weird scene.
Such an odd scene, but
so awkward and so random.
It was
this
so
character's
random.
not been introduced. Like it's just
a
random crazy guy. Like I'm the killer.
I did it.
It's me. And then the cops are like, yeah, all right. Like they don't even believe him. It's just like. And they start fighting them. They start fighting again. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this movie? I looked around again. It's just like, this is a real movie, right? It was like I paused it. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not being like fucking punked.
You're like, at the same time, is this a real movie? It's just like it is so absolutely absurd and ridiculous. But like there are people who technically do stuff like this as well. Like there are some people who kind of do certain things like this and kind of get away with it. But it's
they want the fame or something. They want to take credit. But it's done in the over-top way, 100%.
Right. Or like they don't have the gall to actually kill someone, but they've already like fantasized about it or whatever. So therefore they take blame for that type of killing or whatever. But yeah, it was an interesting scene. Very awkward, very weird. And I love that it was short-lived. Because like it's just to get the police away from Jody, so she can listen in onto her dad's conversation.
Which was such a weird scene too, but it's this weird scene after weird scene where it was like, love it.
It is.
It's like Ashton Kutcher, come out.
Yeah, where you at? While Brent tells his daughter that he needs to make some calls, Jody watches him inside his office trying to gain his composure before calling Tom. He teases Brent about the meeting. He squashes all of that, wanting to fax him the picture that Jody described. Curiosity is killing her as she decides to pick up the phone to listen in on his conversation. Tom takes the picture, not understanding who he's looking at, and Brent believes that it is Laura Lee Sherman. But Tom points out that nobody has heard from her in over 25 years. He realizes that Jody is listening in on the call, demanding that Tom hang up before confronting her. She lies that she's trying to call Marge, but couldn't figure out how to dial out. He calms down a bit, suggesting that the case is getting to him, and Sandy comes in, hugging Jody until Brent leaves. She tells Jody about how everyone at school is pretty much trying to have an orgy to be taken off the endangered list. It's happening at the Donkey Hill Hunting Lodge tonight. Jody is grossed out, but Sandy convinces her to come, and Marge comes in, kissing her worried daughter, ready to take her home, but she wants to go to school. Once again, the kiss not on the cheek, not on the forehead, nothing like that. She kisses her on the lips, and it is once again oddly sexual. It is interesting. It's not an innocent type of
because it's not even
reaction.
like a lead in immediately too. It's like caressing her face and arms and then doing it. And I'm just
and
like,
then she does it. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. Mina promises to keep an eye on her, practically giving her fuck me eyes. Also weird. What was this about? Like, this was the only time we got this too. She was like, I'll watch her. What is
right.
this?
Well, what's everyone on? Like, maybe the whole thing is like just a chemical spill in the water.
Like,
makes everyone horny.
Do they have inside the water here? Because this is crazy.
Everyone is horny in this movie. Everyone.
It's weird. It's a weird thing, and it's just.
I mean, it's done intentionally too, and I keep on thinking about like, what did you mean by this? Also, the title, like Cherry Falls, losing your virginity, popping the cherry, losing that innocence, maybe a fall of grace from the I don't know, but at the same time, it's like I feel like he's trying to say a lot of social commentary about sexuality and just losing your innocence. Which this is perfect for this month. It's like
absolutely,
this literally, is the epitome.
This is the encapsulation of this month,
losing
for sure.
Your innocence. By choice or without choice, which also brings up a great conversation of like how awful fucking people are. And at the end, I'm just like, you know what? I don't know about some of the kids dying, but I get the revenge. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%. Well, the revenge is justified.
100%.
The revenge is definitely justified.
Some random victims, though. But okay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know the reason why these kids were chosen. That's the only thing I don't understand. But
I'm happy they were, because it's kind of chaotic and fun too, especially at the party, which we'll talk about soon. But yeah.
We will. We definitely will. Cut to the friends at school, spotting a memorial of those killed before a mob of people crowd around Jody, cheering and asking her questions about her survival. They force themselves through a crowd until Kenny pulls her away out of the crowd. And I love that, like, her getting pulled by Kenny, there's like a chick behind her that like makes a face of just like, oh man, like I wanted to talk to her. Like it was weird. And the whole crowd just dispersed when she starts talking to Kenny. Like there's no one's interested anymore. He gets all somber, trying to butter her up about how much he would be in pain if he lost her and that he loves her, and promptly turns it around to wanting to hook up at the party tonight. Still, he's like, this is my shot. She'll do it now, right? She lets him know that she promised her dad that she'll stay home, and he thinks she's lying, but spotting Mina, he knows that she's not messing around. Willing to think about coming with him, he's stoked, kicking his feet in the air as he skips away and shit. And then outside, Cindy is giving her peers a lesson on having sex. Meanwhile, Ben, Mark, and Dennis are getting high while being stoked about all of these sponsored messages that you're about to listen to. And we're back. Instead, they're stoked about what's happening surrounding these killings. They're just like, yo, it's messed up that our classmates died and stuff, but like,
we're hooking up
kind of sick. Yeah. Like, this is kind of dope that like we can go out and do this, and all of our parents are completely okay with this.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Well, all right.
And society's doomed.
Yeah. Is this our generation? Because this is high school.
Damn.
1999. So I'm like, yeah, this is millennials, right before X, right? Or right after X.
Would you say
it has to be right there?
Do you think the majority of the cast that we follow are seniors?
I would assume so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless,
another
it's still
person
not right, but it's just it's such an odd thing where even I would say in the horror films in general, they always teen sex is everything, which is just a weird concept.
Always has been.
Always
has been. I forgot to mention though, we had some people in this cast that were pretty stacked. The first person to die was Rod, but that was played by Jesse Bradford.
Yeah.
Where those may remember Jesse Bradford from Bring It On.
Yeah. That's exactly where I coined him immediately. It's you're the brother.
You're the brother, Bring It On. But even the person who plays Leonard, that's Jay Moore. The cast was, and obviously Brittany Snow, but the cast was fairly
Murphy.
stacked for Brittany Murphy, excuse me.
Shout out to Brittany Snow too.
But shout out to Brittany Snow, but Brittany Murphy, excuse me. DJ Qualls. He was in so many different movies. He was the new guy. Remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
He was in Road Trip. He was in Hustle and Flow. Right. He was in The Core as well. So he was in a lot of different movies. Anyway, Thomas listening to the news about his school while also being disgusted by the Pop Your Cherry poster.
The two cherries going at it in the cartoonish style. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that one movie, Sausage Party. Mm-hmm. He calls out on the intercom, threatening those attending the party. As soon as the bell rings, everyone's stoked to fucking get there. Rushing outside, hooting and hollering and chanting, "Hail, hail, Virgin High, drop your pants, let's fuck or die." Marge is drinking and baking while watching this nonsense on the news, and she's hammered. Straight up drunk. Yeah. Jody walks in. Marge embraces her, trying to make sure she's okay. They don't kiss.
No.
But they do awkward kissy faces with each other. It's not I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. While eating a burnt cookie, she asks her mom if she knows Laura Lee, explaining she overheard Brent and Tom. Marge tries to play it off, claiming that she doesn't know who that is, changing the subject for Jody to go lie down, but she ends up sneaking out. Cut to Brent telling Mina that he's going to West Virginia for something. Not sure about him leaving, needing advice on what to do for the sex party. He instructs her to shut it down if it gets too rowdy, but initially he's just let them fuck. Let the kids have sex. Meanwhile, Jody is combing through old newspaper articles, looking for anything that talks about Laura Lee disappearing 25 years ago. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it was just so random where it's it does what a lot of these horror films, when they're going through the investigation side of, towards, the third act, is I need to find out more. Who's this person? She's, rolling through the newspaper, and it kind of speeds super fast at some point. It's just
This was so weird. I'm just how did you find this so quickly? It's just
right. What are you looking at, too, to research her name? Just articles in general, and you're just I see her name.
I guess
but
so.
She's she through it so fast.
She had I guess she had a point of reference because she did here 25 years ago. So I guess she had a point of reference.
A year of newspapers, or
I guess so.
It was so crazy.
Yeah, just decades of newspapers for her to just have some type of point of reference. And she has a point of reference and a name. So I guess that's what she was kind of falling towards, but
they also solidify how campy this movie is, where it's when she's speeding across it, where she can't even read shit, where she's just found it. It's what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. She's oh, that must be her.
It's
and it's a very small article of her disappearance. It's not front page news.
But did you read it? I don't even remember what it said. But it had nothing to really help her with anything. It was just
oh really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't read it. I just read the title where it's just she disappeared or she left or whatever. Looking at her picture, her hair has the gray streak running down. She gasps from the door slamming, taking a small statue with her to investigate the sound. Moving back when she spots who looks to be Laura Lee. I keep wanting to say Lorelei so bad, but I know that's not right. Mainly because for those who know me, will know I'm a huge fan of also romantic comedies. So with that being said, you bet your ass I watched Gilmore Girls. So yeah, the mom's name is Lorelai. But yeah, anyway. And her mom, every single time she'd answer, Lorelai. Anyway, running into her mom, who's pissed. She cries for her mom to tell her about Laura Lee, who said that she was raped by 4 drunken seniors. But nobody was charged for their crime because the boys were town stars or like quarterbacks and all this other stuff. Jody is concerned that they will all let it go, but Marge believes that it was over since she left town. She wants to know who the men were. 2 men left a year after that, but the last 2 were Tom and her dad, Brent. She hesitates to say it was her dad as Jody demands to know. Marge tries to excuse his actions, but she stands her ground, reminding her mom that she said it was rape. Cut to Brent at Laura Lee's decrepit home. He goes inside the basement, finding a crib and some children's toys. Wrapped in a blanket is a doll with a chain around its neck. He leaves as Laura Lee watches from inside her home. This was interesting because it's like, how?
Exactly.
Like, it's just how, just based off of the context of like what all happens. I guess we technically don't see him until later that night, but it just feels weird. Like, I don't know where Cherry Falls is supposed to be based in, but the way they said like, oh, I'm going to West Virginia, it made it seem like it was far, but dude went in his cruiser, and I don't know.
Yeah, he makes it there and back in some time frame. Yeah, he does come back pretty fast too.
He does.
But I like how he's like, "Oh, I'm going to be gone. Don't know when I'll be back." It's like, you're back this evening, so
yep,
not that long.
And what was he going to do? Right,
like to confirm it's like they're not here. Maybe they're attacking the kids. I don't know.
I don't know. It was just like This didn't make that much sense as well, where I was just like, what was your plan? Like, cool, you get there and she's there, then now what? Like, what's your plan? You talk to her and be like, hey, you need to stop killing my children. Like what? Well,
what's the plan? Well, it sounded like he was gonna go kill her or something. Because
that's what it sounded like to me too.
Because before he even like started going on his big journey, he's like loading up his gun. I'm just like, what the fuck?
It's something. Back inside his cruiser, Mina tells him that Tom wants to meet with him about Laura Lee, and she even mentions this like, oh, like I spoke to his secretary or something like that. Jody goes over to Kenny's house while he's practicing his guitar. While they are on the bed, she takes off his shoe, the same shoe that was seen in the person hiding in the lunchroom. That's how we know that, cool, okay, yeah, he saw her with him. The interesting thing is, how did he kill oh, you know what? I think I get it now. Okay, so yeah, sure. He was there, Brent and Leonard. They were both there. Leonard called the police, acted like he was Laura Lee in his Laura Lee voice to say like, meet me there. And then he got there first to kill the principal. Mm-hmm. I guess that was supposed to be what it is. He's rubbing her feet as she complains about her parents being frauds. She's ready to get down, and you know what I mean. Not wanting to be influenced by her parents anymore, slapping him around with her foot to bite her toe harder before taking off her shirt. She was slapping the shit out of it with her foot.
It was like, bite my toe harder. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I look around again. I was like, yo, is anyone in this house right now to tell me that this is a real movie? Please. I was by myself watching this movie, and I felt so, I don't know, I'm looking for an answer.
He becomes...
And then starts getting slapped up. I was like, yo.
She slaps him so hard, she's like, ow, and like he stops. And then she starts taking her shirt. It goes there. He becomes nervous, wanting her to do this because she wants to be with him, not because like she's trying to get back at her parents. The mood is gone. She puts her shirt back on, letting him know that she's not going to the party. He brings up that how he saw her hanging around Leonard, and she could care fucking less. Leaving out of his room, ripping him off of her when he grabs her, and he's just like, oh, please. He's like, if you leave, I don't want to ever see you again. Yeah. It was
super over dramatic and crazy.
Super dramatic.
Fits perfect for the movie.
Yeah, it was something. Meanwhile, Brent finds Tom dead with virgin knot carved into his forehead. Laura Lee takes a trophy to his head. Mina commands a set of officers on which sections that they should be covering during the party, which is also another thing that happens here is like they sexualize her next, where they're just like, well, deputy, how about we go undercover, and and it's like, what?
Everyone's horny in this movie.
What is going on here? Mark tries hitting on Sharon, but she's turned off by his cologne. Sandy moves in and wins him over by claiming that she likes the smell of his cologne. Everyone is so horny as shit, moving in on who they would like to hook up with for that night. Kenny makes it to the party, and Sharon finds him, ready to get this shit started right there. But he stops her, wanting to go back to Jody, who meets up with Leonard, catching his breath after dragging a chest on his doorstep. It's interesting, and I do like this reveal, I will say, because this is when we finally get the reveal.
Right. It's subtle, but not subtle at all. It's like in your plain face of like, yeah, help me with this chest to bring it into. Which weird that he has this giant chest to begin with. He's trying to carry it himself into his house, where it's also kind of comedic in its own way.
It's almost as if he knew like that she was going to show up eventually.
It's like perfect. My little helper.
She offers to help him take it into the basement, mentioning that he's the only person that she feels like she can trust, bringing up her father. He lists all the things about her finding out that he's a liar, a fraud, and a criminal. She's like, yeah.
All three. You nailed it.
All of the above. All of the above. Leonard slides the trunk down the steps. Whatever is inside sloshes around. It sounds like water. It doesn't sound like it's
hilarious that they kind of fucking sled it down the stairs, knowing that someone's in there. But she's the one that kind of does it too. She's like, boop.
She's like, who's inside? Like, what's inside the chest? And he was like, your dad, maybe my dad. I love this reveal.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think this reel is actually really, really good.
The mannerisms.
She wonders what's inside as he chuckles that it is her dad and possibly his. She opens the trunk to reveal that he's right, and Leonard is the one masquerading around as Laura Lee, killing people. We don't have any context of what happened to her. The assumption is that she's just dead.
The real Laura Lee.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we saw a glimpse of her at the house. When he like leaves, don't we see like a figure move in the house?
Oh yeah, that's Leonard.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I definitely think so, because I think Leonard still has that attachment to that place.
That's fair.
And it's kind of like, I mean, he was abused and possibly sexually assaulted by his mom as well. Like that all of that stuff was like, I guess, like indicated of like, oh yeah, he was terribly abused by his mom. I assumed he killed her, but
maybe
we don't know. This is the part where it turns very much into Psycho, very Norman Bates. You're getting aspects of like, oh, okay, he's emulating his mom and trying to be his mom and trying to seek out revenge of his mom. But like there's I feel like there's a lot of lists of like different things here, like where we have a little bit of like Friday the 13th mixed into here, a little bit of Psycho, Scream. Like there's just a nice Jaws, culmination of different slashers and I know, Jaws with that one scene. But like there's just a nice culmination of like slashers that are imbued into this movie, which I think is pretty cool. He hits her in the head, and, well, the party is still going on as planned while Jody and Brent are strapped to a table. Okay, just needed to make sure we got that one scene there. Leonard wants Brent to tell the story about how he gang raped his mother. This is where this movie takes like we already had the aspects of like
dark
obviously
turn.
being in this movie, but this movie gets fucking dark right here.
Oh,
very, very dark. So brace yourself. Jody shouts that she can't be hurt by the story because she already knows it. He takes a knife to her throat, demanding that she shuts up or he'll kill her. But she ain't no punk trying to fight him back by biting him. But also, this was very sexualized as well.
It was very like weird, like flirty biting. It's like, oh, let me get your finger.
Yeah, she was
quick.
like, it was, it wasn't like angry bite. It was, it was something. Brent shares the story about him and his 3 buddies who were drunk on their way to a party. They all stumbled out of the car when they saw Laura Lee's car broke down. He claims that he was too drunk while the others teased her after she declined to get into Tom's car. But when she took off running, they chased her, forcing her to drink before sexually assaulting her. And they show all this.
Yeah.
They show all this, man. This is a really, really brutal scene. Yeah, this scene is rough. This is a rough scene. Because, like, even the forcing of her to drink and stuff like that, they, like, forced her onto a tree and, like, held her mouth open. It's, like, dripping all over
her face. It's, like, being really shoved down her throat. It's horrific.
This is such a horrific scene.
Yeah.
They grab Brent off the ground, then forcing him on top of her after stripping off her clothes, forcing him to thrust into her. This shit, man. I don't know if you've ever watched this movie, and I don't know if you ever will, but like this reminds me of like I Spit on Your Grave, where they had a kind of a similar scene to this, but it obviously goes a little bit more intense, where they force their mentally challenged brother to have sex with the lady who's at the cabin. But they kind of starts off like this, and then the guy gets into it or whatever. And I think that was the assumption here, that because Brent is crying, saying that he knew what he was doing. He was aware of what was going on, and like he kept going. So yeah. He sobbed that he knew what he was doing as they left him there on top of Laura Lee's naked body. Leonard reveals that she loved Brent, making love letters to him, and him being the reason why she trusted to approach the car in the first place. Makes it even that much more heartbreaking.
Yeah,
but after he and others did this, she took it out on Leonard, constantly whipping him and forcing him to live inside the basement. He calls Brent dad as he relishes in taking away the only ounce of innocence that these parents have, their virginal children. So I just took it as like maybe he's just trying to kill all the parents' kids. I don't know. Like it's just, I don't know what the outcome was going to be here for him. But
he has like his main targets, and then I guess, well, yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I honestly don't know why.
I don't know, because like we don't know who his main targets were.
Yeah.
Because like we don't know who Tom's kids were.
But yeah,
but we don't know who they are. Like we don't know who those 2 other guys are. We don't know Tom's kids. We just literally only know Brent's kid. So it's interesting, but Kenny makes it to Leonard's house right on time as she rips off Jody's bandage to finish carving Virgin on her leg. Kenny rings the doorbell repeatedly, stopping Leonard from continuing. He answers the door, and Kenny wants to know where Jody is, noticing her bike parked by his stairs. Brent topples over to get a better advantage in escaping his restraints. Knowing something is off, Kenny punches Leonard in the stomach before he stabs Kenny. Before he could stab Kenny, I should say.
Right.
He screams for Jody. Brent shatters a mirror to get his attention. He makes it downstairs, freeing both her and her father. Leonard axes his way back into the house, but Brent gives him the 3-piece combo meal, but he forgot to add the shake because Leonard stabs him in the neck. Couldn't finish him off. Kenny is forced to pull Jody out of there as Brent stabs Leonard in the leg, but he receives chop suey with an axe in return. They run toward the lodge while Leonard chases after them with the full garb on. They make it to the party, telling Officer Bo what just happened. After calling it out on the walkie, Leonard axes him in the head, which
that was cool.
This was great because I love the aspect of him just being a dumb cop. of him saying like, "Oh, I can't leave my post even though you're covered in blood and told me that this guy killed all these two people."
Like, so like an NPC from a video game.
Yeah, I love this because it fits this movie perfectly. It fits the whole aspect of this movie perfectly. It was this moment where I officially said, "I love this movie." Yeah. It was this moment right here. Because I was just this fits
let me ask you a question. And then he has asked, then it would have been a perfect movie for me.
I mean, he did have a pun, axe pun.
There's a couple of different things.
He has a pun, because he was like, I can't just split, and then it chops into his head and splits his head open. So, yeah. And he must have hit him hard, because Leonard cannot take the axe out of his head. When they run inside the party, they find everyone upstairs and a rat king. And we do get a pun here as well. Class dismissed as Leonard starts hash-slinging, slashing everybody.
Insane. Which is really funny, where it's like, you are literally bringing this killer to the most crowded place you can think of. And that's like, every time you go into a new room, it's like you putting more people in danger. And it's kind of funny. We're just like, oh, you're hiding here. Perfect. Stay here.
Yeah.
Revealing where they are. What do you mean? It's like every room you go to, you're just having other bystanders.
You're grabbing more and more people. The teens come flowing out of the room, stumbling and crushing Mina and a few others. Jody gets separated from Kenny, choosing not to go down the overflowing stairs, which... great choice. Leonard finds her, but Kenny is able to save her, but gets fucked up in the process. Something comes over her as she remembers all the things that Leonard tried to do to kill her. She then miraculously dodges him with that same exact takedown move that she uses on her dad and pushes him out of the window, and he's over the ledge, impaled by the stair handles. And Mark gets a little too close, taking the wig off for his Scooby-Doo moment as he's just like, oh, Mr. Morensen, or whatever the fuck his name is. And Leonard grabs him. But don't worry, because Mina Laura Crofts his ass with 2 pistols, shooting the shit out of him, blowing his hand off. His hand getting stuck on top of Mark's head. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Oh, I noticed it. I was like, you guys did this all on purpose, and I love that.
This is so stupid.
But just to cut to her... But it's just like a quick cut, and she's already with 2 pistols out. Not on my watch.
Straight up, just like it's so dumb, so dumb.
It's so amazing.
Cut to Jody speaking with the FBI agent about how she knows nothing as to why her dad was in West Virginia and the motives of Leonard. This was lame. This was lame. Like I was just like, are you seriously covering up your dad right now after death?
Oh, for sure.
Here. Like, that was trash. Like, that was super trash.
Agreed.
Marge forces him to stop asking questions. And as they leave the station, she believes that she spots Leonard in the costume once more before driving off. And before the credits, we get the falls turn red. Because I guess the cherry has been popped. But then, credits. What a just a stupid, interesting movie.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, so dumb, so funny.
I haven't even rated it yet because I don't know what I should rate it, but we'll find out. Maybe like 4 out of 5.
I gave it a 3 because I thought
higher.
it would. Yeah. Oh, you're going higher? Okay. Yeah. I gave it a 3 because I was like, this movie is just so much fun. It's so stupid. And I loved every moment of it.
Yeah.
But
I would watch it again with friends.
Oh, 100%. This is 100% a movie I would watch again. 100% a movie I would watch again. But I do got some movie facts for us here.
Movie facts?
This movie never received a cinematic release in the U.S.
Oh, there we go. For that budget too? Sheesh. That's crazy.
David Lynch was offered the script to direct, and while he said he liked it, he turned it down as he was in production on Mulholland Drive at the time.
He's like, I got another weird movie ahead of me. I'm good. It's like... I
if
like
this
it though. He's like, that's fucking weird. It's right up my alley, but this one's weirder. I gotta go over there.
If David Lynch would have made this movie would have been 4 hours long. Stephen Lang was slated for the lead role as the sheriff, but scheduling conflicts prevented him from playing the film. He later admitted that the only reason he wanted to do the part was to work with Brittany Murphy again. That's cool.
That's cool.
Brittany Murphy screen tested for the role of Sidney Prescott in Scream, but lost the role to Neve Campbell. She went on to play a Sidney-like character in this film instead. All right, cool. The teen orgy ended up causing the most problems with the MPAA. Ken Selden wrote the scene to feature a sea of white sheets. In his script, viewers wouldn't actually see most of the orgy taking place. Instead, they would see the shapes of the bodies moving under the sheets. When the killer is chasing Jody through the house, the audience would simply see the sheets with splashes of blood randomly appearing on them. Director Jeffrey Wright chose to go more graphic and show everything in plain sight, resulting in the film being given an NC-17 rating multiple times. Since Wright was obligated to deliver an R-rated film, nearly all the nudity, mostly topless females, was cut from the scene. Interesting. Given the 30-day time frame to shoot the film, Jeffrey Wright went over budget and behind schedule early on into the shoot. Many scenes of the original script weren't even able to be filmed because of this. Scenes had to be rushed during filming since they had limited time and weren't able to return to the locations after they had left. This meant that many scenes in the final cut were the first and only take. Interesting. So,
wait, was this movie not supposed to be bad? Maybe it is just bad.
Maybe
hold on.
Not. Maybe not, dude. I don't know.
Hold on. This is gonna break my head.
What an absolute film. But we definitely want to keep this conversation going. And you could do so by heading over to Spotify and posting some comments over there in our Discord and shouting out over there, or over on YouTube and hanging out over there. Or even Patreon. You can also hang out over there as well and voice your opinions about this movie. We would love to keep this conversation going because this movie is fucking bonkers. But before we go, we want to give a very special shout out to our patrons over at patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a K. If you would like your name shouted out on the show, you can learn more by heading over to that Patreon and learn more to go ahead and have your name shouted out on the show. It will be nice to hear your name also shouted out. We're going to have our community manager, Allison, go ahead and take some time out to go ahead and do that for us now.
What's up, ghouls and knights? This week's Patreon shout out list is better than ever. Thank you so much to Gia, Avery, Kevin, our aging knight, Farah, my Twilight bestie, Sergio, Jasmine, Kadrea, who I finally have had the honor of chatting to, cardiac nurse, I believe. Okay, baddie. Samantha, Dim, Alondra, Johnny. Also, shout out to your girlfriend because I love her so much. Kelly, Rain, Carrie, Chantal, who is one of our OGs since the beginning. We miss you at watch parties, by the way. Joe, thank you so much for helping me host the watch parties. I love you so much. Join our Hellfire tier if you want a personalized shout out. Let us know when you have birthdays, anniversaries, death wishes, threads, etc. For all your personalized shout out needs, we got you. We love you so much. Please stay safe in the heat. We love you starting a while ago and forever.
Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. It honestly helps us out a ton by allowing us to just be able to do this shit. It's so fun. It's so silly. It's so dumb. But we have a blast doing it, and it's really cool to have you guys in our corner, supporting us 100%. All the which way and allowing us to put some food on our editor's table. So that really, really awesome. So thank you guys so much for doing that. It truly means the world to us, and we love having you guys a part of the show the way that we can have you. But the film that we're going to be covering next week is going to be none other than Teeth. Really, really, really excited to cover this movie. But I think we're going to have a special guest for this one, someone who is a woman, to be able to talk a little bit more broadly about this film. You could probably expect a special guest on the show for next week as well.
Yes.
Who that is, I don't know yet. I'm asking multiple people, so.
First time watch, too. I'm excited for this watch. It's been on my list for a while, too.
I love Teeth. I'm going to nip that right now, dude. I love Teeth. It's a hell of a movie, man. It's a weird one.
It's a hell of a statement.
It's a weird one, but yeah. But this was Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. I was one of your hosts, Prince, also known as Head Knight. Alongside me, we had Freddie.
Always keeping things spoopy and scary and everything.
Forever. Also known as Nighty Night. With your help, we can reach more ghoulish nights with your recommendation for the show. If your podcast app allows you to rate our show, consider us give us a 5-star rating, as it honestly does help us out a ton. Or also subscribe and also like our YouTube. Do that. For extra horror-related content, head over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a what?
K. ran out of breath.
And remember, everybody, don't forget your nightlight.
Boop.